We go. I don't know. Here we are. Hi, everybody. It's me, Martha, from Open Doors, Open Minds. Welcome back from the holiday. Oops, what did I do? We want to get rid of that one. We're just going to go over here. Today, we have a guest, a special guest that's returning, and that is Mr. Agyeman Fordjour. And we're going to talk about investing in Africa, Ghana. So before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming back or returning, tuning in, and just, go over and find out what everybody did for the holidays. And if anybody did anything special, please just go ahead and drop it in the comment box. I just want to remind you that this channel is interactive. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the drop box. And also, I have dropped the link in the comment box if you would like to come on live and discuss anything or ask a question. Don't be shy. That's what we're here for, to open those doors so you can open your mind. Awesome. Oh, and also, if you would like to promote your business on the in any shape or form, whether you have a craft or you cook, you paint, whatever your business is, or you have a hobby that you want to develop into a business and you just want to come on here and promote it, or you want to come on here and maybe ask questions, get some information, some motivation, this is the place to do it, and it's all free. So before we move on, please subscribe to the channel, like and share, and hit that button for new videos. So now we are going to move on, and I'm going to introduce you to our returning guest. Here he is, Mr. Agyeman Fordjour. Hi, Agyeman.
Hi, Martha. Thanks for having me back on your show.
Yes, I'm glad you're back. I was excited to have you because the last time a lot of people liked what you had to say. And so if you would just, before we even get started, what we're going to talk about today before we even go, it's about investing in Ghana. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So the different ways or opportunities with facts and figures, he got it all laid out. So I'm his talking, but before he does that or goes there, could you give us just a recap on what we talked about the last time? We talked about working your business remotely, the challenges of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so thanks once again, Martha, for bringing me back. As we talked about the last time, I introduced myself as someone having a business in Ghana and working remotely, and in the face of the COVID, all the challenges that I was going through, I was able to share it with the audience. And today, purposely, we're moving into a new gear where we're going to be more specific, talking about the business opportunities in Ghana and an extension to Africa. So pretty much that's the agenda for today. But as a recap, telling you a little bit about myself. I'm in the field of finance. I hold a bachelor's degree in economics and finance, a master's degree in finance from New Jersey City University. I live here in New Jersey, work for a global company in Princeton. I have a family, a wife, and 3 kids. We all live together here in Franklin Park, New Jersey. So pretty much that's my background. That's a little bit about what I do, and then also what we talked about the last time.
Okay, because the fact that you talked about, Corona came and how you had to revisit your business and how to make it happen. And I thought that was a really good and valid piece of conversation right there, because a lot of times people just fall back like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do now? So yeah, I really like that part.
Yeah, because as I said in my last video, in the face of all the adversity, the challenge and everything with COVID, we also find an opportunity, you know, to expand and also to create a new market for ourselves, a new opportunity. So, as I always say, in the face of every adversity, there's an opportunity to tap into. So you have to go with that positive mindset and strategize and put yourself in a position where you can take advantage of the situation in a positive way.
That's right. That's good.
Mhm.
That's where open minds comes from.
Mhm.
So, all right. So, whenever you want to get started, you can just jump right in and let's just talk about investing in Africa, Ghana. Is it Ghana specifically or Africa as a global?
Yeah, I think we talk more specifically with Ghana, you know, the dynamics in Ghana. But since Ghana has a situation which pretty much permeates into other part of Africa, the experiences, the culture, and everything is kind of different. The setup and all that, the geographical dynamics, everything, you know, kind of lumps together. By extension, we're talking about Ghana and Africa in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I have one question. Are you going to cover stocks? Because I don't know if they do stocks.
Yes, Ghana has, yeah, we have the Ghana Stock Exchange, which is very vibrant, and they also have the commodity market. Actually, Ghana's Stock Exchange was rated as one of the fastest growing back in 20, if I'm not mistaken, 2017, 2018. So we have companies that are listed on the stock exchange, both locally and internationally on the Ghana Stock Exchange. But we can, yeah, we can, when we get into the service side of opportunities, we can talk briefly about stocks exchange and how you can, you know, invest buying stocks in Ghana or some of the leading companies, especially the telcos and the manufacturing sector, and then, you know, make something out of, you know, uh, out of it.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm not going to hold you up. Go ahead. So, listen, if you want to join the conversation or have a question, remember the link to join this live conversation is in the chat box and the comment box. So, in the meantime, go for it, Agyeman.
All right, just to begin with, I want to give you the reasons why I think is the best time to invest in Africa and how you can position yourself to take advantage of all these opportunities that is in Africa. Now, when we talk about investment, I look for three key pillars. Demand. Is there a demand for whatever you want to invest in or whatever business you want to do? Is there a demand for that goods or service? Secondly, um, there's supposed to be a system to supply these goods and service. So what are you going to do to create up that supply system to provide that demand for the goods and services? And the third is opportunities. How are you positioning yourself to take opportunities from that goods and services that you intend to provide? So with these three key pillars, you are able to position yourself and start working towards your goals and setting up business or an investment in Africa. Now, to begin with, I'm going to give you a few reasons why I think it's time to invest in Ghana and Africa. First of all, in 2018, all the countries of Africa came together and they signed a pact setting up the African Continental Free Trade Area. Now, this is a free trade agreement which is supposed to harmonize trade and investments among African countries. That is intra-Africa. Okay. This investment is creating an opportunity to enter a market of about 1.3 billion people, which has a valued GDP growth or GDP value of 3.4 billion US dollars. So that's a huge market. And with this, it's creating an opportunity for Africans in the diaspora to look into Africa as an investment destination and not just as a leisure or tourism destination. So that's a huge market where I believe people can tap into the potential of this huge market. Okay. Secondly, as you all know, Ghana has a very stable democratic environment. In 1992, Ghana entered into the multi-party democratic engagement, where people are given the opportunity to freely choose who to rule the country or who to take the helm of affairs as far as running the country and economy. And since then, we've had successful um, elections, marked by without any violence or any agitation. So we are on that path of growing our democracy. Also, although it's young, it's very vibrant, and it's a beacon of um, democracy for the rest of Africa and even other part of the developing world. So democracy is really entrenched in Ghana and in other part of Africa. So you're looking at a very stable environment where you can invest and not have to worry about your money or your investment going bad because of uprising or wars or any kind of disturbances that would not augur well or would not create a safe environment for your investment. All the three arms of government, talking about the executive, the legislative, um, and the judiciary, they are all independent bodies, very functional, and creating an environment where the rule of law exists and people are able to freely express themselves without having to worry about them being apprehended in one way or the other. Secondly, there's ease of doing business in Africa and in Ghana in particular. We're in an age where the government has identified the private sector as the engine of growth and creating all that enabling environment for foreign direct investment and creating also a platform where people can interact and share ideas in moving the economy beyond just subsistence on a larger scale. And the reason why I'm very particular about this area of ease of doing business in Africa is that the present government has established within the presidency an office of diaspora and affairs where they engage the diaspora and give them the opportunity to take part in the whole business agenda or the growth agenda that they've had going on in Ghana. So I think it's one of the areas that you might want to look at if you want to do business in Ghana, getting in touch with this office and also working with the Ghana Investments Promotion Center to also get all the needed information that you need to move ahead in your investment goal. Also, in terms of accessibility, Ghana is geographically, strategically located in an environment. Actually, Ghana is considered as the center of the world where we have the equator and the Greenwich Meridian crossing somewhere in the capital area. So Ghana is very much very central with a lot of international flights, flying direct to Ghana with a very refurbished new airport that is serving the aviation industry, not only in Ghana, but within the West African region and Africa as a whole. So strategically, Ghana is located within a region where you can take advantage of that. Easy to get in, easy to get out of Ghana. Right. Again, there's a very competitive and educated labor force in Ghana, very good education system, one of the premier universities. I'm talking about the University of Ghana, the KNUST, University of Cape Coast, and other very, very good private universities that is helping shape up the talents and the intellectual capabilities of our young generation. Also, reason why I want you to invest in Ghana or Africa is that looking at the global population structure, you identify that Africa has the largest growing population, the young population. So definitely you have a huge dynamic labor force in Ghana that you can take advantage of if you decide to set up a business. You now lack, the resource in terms of the human resource, that you need to create your business And also, there's strong resource pool in Ghana, both human resource and natural resources. Ghana, as of now, we're producing oil in commercial quantities, which is great, huge opportunities for everybody to tap in, because there's the auxiliary, services that comes with the oil exploration and, the refinery and everything. It's something they can take advantage of. And also, in terms of resources, Ghana is, I think, about the second largest producer of cocoa, which is also major source of revenue for the country. And again, you can take advantage of that. We also produce bauxite, manganese, and other natural resources, diamond. So if you interested in the extract industry, is something you can also take advantage of and make something good out of that. In terms of Ghana being as a destination of doing business, we have a very good credit rating from all the major credit rating agencies, talking about S&P, Fitch, Moody's. They're all rating Ghana as a stable environment to do business, very good credit rating. So you want to also consider that if you want to do business in Ghana. Having said that, we can now zoom into the actual specifics, areas where I've identified as the potential, for doing business in Ghana. And I will crave your indulgence, to just pay particular attention, because I'm going to talk a lot more about numbers and also more specificities that I think you can use as a resource or as a repository, if you want to do business in Ghana going forward. First of all, that's my area. I always talk about real estate, real estate, real estate. Real estate is on high demand in Ghana. As I said in my previous video, there's housing deficit in Ghana, particularly in the urban areas due to the urbanization, and people migrating from the rural to the urban areas. It's creating a lot of pressure on the limited housing needs in Ghana. So it's somewhere you can actually take advantage, either, investing in high-end, housing, or just affordable housing for those in the middle and lower income bracket. Yeah, and as part of government's initiative to close this housing gap, it is partnering with the local real estate developers in the form of giving them some incentives, such as tax incentives, and also free access to capital on the capital market to raise funds to build these houses. So if it's something you want to look into, I think this is the best time, as we've identified, as I said in my introduction, having the demand. The demand is there. So how are you going to take advantage and create that supply pool to feed that demand? Housing or real estate is really good. Now, to start off with, you need a piece of land. You have to acquire a piece of land, and then start developing. You can start right away. If you have all the resources together, you can just start acquiring the land and building. Or if you think it's not the best time, or you don't have enough resources, or you're not ready to get into it, you can acquire a piece of land, and just go into what I call land banking, buy a piece of land here all over, and then put everything within a portfolio where you can develop at a future date. Even if you're not willing to develop, real estate or land always grow in value, it never depreciate. So you buy it 5-10 years later, you like, okay, I'm not even interested in developing it. You can sell it at a very appreciable price. So you may want to look into that. But now, talking about land, especially in the urban areas, there's a lot of land litigations going on, people selling land to multiple people. It's something you need to take advantage of. So you need to be wary of, very careful about that, because I have few friends that have got their fingers burnt before, where they purchase a piece of land and later they realize that that land has been sold to multiple people. You want to avoid that. So you need to make sure that you're dealing with very credible people as far as land purchase is concerned. And also you have the opportunity with the digitization of, excuse me, with the digitization of our system as far as land is concerned. You can always walk into the land commission and do a research on the land and see the actual owner of the land without, necessarily have to, just, put the money out there and hoping that it's yours, or thinking that you're the legal owner of it. You can go and do a research and find out exactly if the one who's selling the land for you is the actual owner of the land. Having said that about real estate, we can move to agribusiness. Also, agriculture is very, very profitable venture that you can venture in. It is estimated that agriculture contribute about 17.3, 17.5% of the GDP of Ghana. Now, agriculture have it been a key driver of Ghana's economy, has over the years been heavily reliant on cocoa, as Ghana has been I think the second or third largest producer of cocoa. There's a paradigm shift, over the years, moving into other cash crops, which is on high demand at the global market. We have timber, we have other cash crops such as cashew, coffee, and even rice, which are coming up really, really fast in Ghana. Ghana has one of the best climatic conditions, for agribusiness. So you want to also consider getting into agriculture. And also there's a huge market for livestock in case you want to enter into livestock, rearing of animals, the cattle, the goat, sheep. There's heavy demand for that in Ghana, and even also an opportunity where you can export to other part of the West African region or Africa, taking advantage of the newly introduced Africa Continental Free Trade Area initiative. Very tied to the agriculture business is also food processing, or adding value to our local cash crops or local produce. For many, many years, Ghana and Africa has been considered as just exporter of raw materials. We don't add value to it. And you and I know that on the international market, the more value you add to your product, the more you're able to get out of that. But sadly for us, for many years, Africa has been seen as the producer of only raw materials. Again, there's been a huge paradigm shift. Government is helping the private sector to set up processing plants, to add value, like to our cocoa. Now we have some factories in Ghana producing the chocolate or the cocoa powder, packaging them, nicely and adding value to it and shipping it overseas with higher returns on that. So it's an area that you may also want to consider if you want to do business in Ghana. Also mining, as I said, Ghana is one of the largest producer of gold in the world. Actually, second in Africa, next to South Africa. Besides that, we also produce manganese, bauxite, diamond, and other mineral resources. And also I talked about Ghana being producer of oil and gas in commercial quantities. So these areas that you can also take advantage of. In terms of the mineral resources, the gold, the diamond, the manganese, the bauxite, you need to go through the proper channel, I know you can go to the Mineral Commission and uh, the Minerals Chamber of Commerce, I believe, to get the necessary concession approvals um, to to begin mining. So in this case, I'm talking of small scale mining, not like a larger scale mining that you um, require a huge capital outlay. But if you want to go in as a small scale miner, there's that opportunity. And again, those minerals once extracted and refined, there's a huge market locally for that because there's other big companies that are producing using this mineral resources to produce the alumina, the jewelry, and all the other stuff that come with it. So there's a market for it domestically and internationally. You can always ship it overseas, sell it to international companies, and make your own returns on that. So I'll advise that you also look into the mining um, opportunities, and then also this is a very kind of I'll put it as an area that is now strictly regulated. So you need to get all the necessary documentation, all the approvals from the authorities that I said, the the Minerals Commission, and then the Ghana Chamber of Mines. To get all these people works and everything, the necessary approvals from the authority before you decide to venture into that, because they are very strict on that, and you don't want to fall on the backside of the law. Um, Also, one area that I've identified, which I'm also looking into investing myself, is waste management. There's a huge problem in Ghana, and I believe in other part of Africa. We have not done very well with our waste management. So this is an opportunity. You can either serve the private sector, the businesses, small businesses, large corporations, in terms of managing their waste, or you can also work with the local municipal areas and authorities, to get that kind of like more of like a contract with them, to manage their waste. I know it's a problem very much in the metropolis, like in Ghana, in the Accra, the Kumasi, the Florida, the Tamale, all these kind of areas are faced with huge waste management problems. So this is an area you want to look into that. For Accra alone, within I think of 2017, 2018, thereabout, I understand they were generating about 3,000 metric tons of waste per day. And it is estimated that government is spending on average about 290, $300 million in waste management every month. So this is a huge opportunity for you that you can, if you have all your links, technical know-how and everything, you can position yourself and take advantage of that. Transportation is also one of the areas you can also invest in. There's huge opportunities as far as intra-city and intercity transportation needs. I know for sure that Ghana is developing the local aviation industry. I know now there's like frequent flight from the major cities, especially between Accra and Kumasi in the Shani region. There's a huge demand for it, and I understand there are plans to have a new airport in the central region, which is considered as the tourism hub of Ghana. There's another local airport up north. So people are moving as I said, business is growing, trade and investment is rising, and there's, interaction of people. People are moving just within the country, to either, do business or moving around for leisure purposes. This is something you want to take advantage of and provide that demand for quality transportation, um, either having a local, airline that is kind of moving people around, or just, buses and having ultra modern terminals, where people with all the needed facilities, the washrooms, the internet, the cafes and all that is something you can take advantage of and provide that um, with that service within the country. So you might want to also look into that. Last but not the least, I'll say tourism, Ghana. Tourism, lumping it up with the service sector, is generates about 44.2% of Ghana's GDP. So that's very huge for Ghana, and it's something you want to take advantage of. Ghana, as you know, is one of the central point of the transatlantic slave trade, where millions of Africans, pass through to the New World as slaves, and there's relics of this slave trade in Ghana, being the slave markets, and then in the dungeons dotted all around the coast. We call it the slave castles, in Cape Coast, in the Western region, and in the Greater Accra regions. That it just shows you the presence of the Europeans, in Africa in the early 13th and 14th century, predominantly working as merchants for slaves in Africa. So it's something you want to look into. That the tourism sector, the tourism sector needs a lot of auxiliary services. So in terms of transportation, you can provide transportation for people that both locally and internationally that want to move from one point to the other, taking advantage of this tourist attraction. In terms of attractions, we have the ecotourism, where we have the national parks, the Kakum and the Mole National Park and others, where there's a wildlife conservation and more of like nature visit. Also, we have the marine tourism. We have the cultural tourism, where you have the opportunity to explore the different cultures of Ghana. And also, I have the opportunity to taste the diversity in our national cuisine, and also you also want to explore the historical sites in Ghana. That's talking about the slaves castles and all that. That's a huge opportunity with the wildlife, the cultural attractions and all that. So you need to you want to take advantage of the demand for this kind of services by either setting up tour operating services, a restaurant, within those attractions, within the vicinities of these major attractions. You also talk about creating like souvenir shops, bars for people who want to, enjoy that nightlife, food courts and all that, the catering services and what have you. So you want to take advantage of this opportunities in Ghana and to the extension Africa. When people travel overseas to Ghana, they also need places where they can change their money, the international currencies like the dollar, the euro, the pound. So you can also create a forest bureau within the vicinity of these major attractions, to kind of make it easy for people to exchange your international currencies into the local currency. So pretty much Martha in the audience, this is the areas that I believe if one can look further into, they can take advantage and make something out of it. But yeah, I said in my earlier video that it's not just enough, to sit back and digest all this information that I gave you without taking the necessary steps, to engage with the people of Ghana, engage with the country, and know the dynamics before you put your money into any investment. So I will suggest that, and I'll continue to hammer on that. You need to visit Ghana. You need to visit Africa, and get to know the people. Get to know the environment, and make an informed decision if this is the right place you want to invest in, rather than just sitting back and listening to what people say, their own personal experiences, and then making a decision out of that. You need to get over there and then
And do your research.
do your research. Yeah, it is very key.
Yeah, hands-on is always the best.
Absolutely.
And finding people that you can
trust.
and
You
work
can trust.
with and trust.
Yeah.
Trust is very important. When you're in another place and they're here, they know all the ins and outs. You don't.
You don't. Yeah. And you don't want to pretend that yeah.
Yeah, but you touched on a lot of bases and you gave us a lot of information. I mean, the stocks, real estate, agriculture was something that I hadn't even thought about. But that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Martha, I think you did touch on the service industry, particularly the stocks. As I said in my introduction, Ghana has a very vibrant stock exchange, the Ghana Stock Exchange, headquartered in Ghana, where we give both local and international companies the opportunity to list on the exchange and raise capital. I myself have bought few shares of some major telecom companies in Ghana. Again, the returns are very stable. You get your dividend at the end of each quarter. Either you have a bank in Ghana, a local bank in Ghana, a bank account in Ghana where these dividends are just directly deposited in it, or you'll have your international your bank here in the US or other part of the world where they can remit those dividends for you, or if you want to reinvest those dividends in the business, in the company that you invested in, there's also that opportunity. I think mine is with a bank. Stanbic Bank is managing my portfolio for me. So yeah, there's a vibrant stock exchange in Ghana, and you want to take advantage of that if you just want to go in and just not just setting up business, but investing in already established businesses in Ghana or companies for a higher return. Also, there's the commodity market too, where people buy stocks in commodity stocks such as cocoa, sorghum, and cowpeas, and other cash crops. So
is there like a website or something, or?
Yeah, I can share that in the comment section.
Okay, yeah. Because I mean, if you have any websites that can direct people where they can do their own research, at least get them started.
Yeah. So yeah, it's very good that you touch on that. One of the credible sources that I always ask people to to go once they decide or they have the desire to invest in Ghana is the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. I'm going to give the link over there, and also I'll try and get the Office of Diaspora Affairs, which is located within the offices of the president, which is more tailored towards engaging the diaspora, giving the opportunity to be part of the growth opportunities in Ghana. I understand that they're trying to create a bond, which is like a debt security, the diaspora bond, where people can in the diaspora can invest in debt securities in Ghana, for return. So that's very positive. This came out after the year of return. I think there was demand for that. People were asking how people from the diaspora that visited Ghana in 2019. I think there was a high demand. So the government is trying to engage with the diaspora more. And I think so far it's only Ghana that has taken that bold initiative, to open the doors for the diasporans. And I know some of the chiefs in the communities in the central region and the Ashanti region are even offering the diasporans free piece of land, for them to own and develop it, use it whichever way they want it. And there are legislative instruments which is ongoing, which will allow diasporans a more of an easy pathway to citizenship or dual citizenship. So those are very good initiatives, and as I said, it's open to the diaspora to really tap into the opportunities being presented now.
Sounds great. So yeah, all that is really great. But the next time you come on, and I hope there is a next time.
Sure.
That maybe put together some graphics and just some basic, websites, this and that, and you could, as you're speaking,
we can roll it.
Yeah, and because I myself, I'm the eye person. I need a hands-on. I need to see it, and
me too.
So that's something we could work on, and that's something really easy that we could do.
Yes,
yes. Yeah,
and that would be very good for our audience,
Yes, that'd be great for the audience.
They can always go back and use that as a reference.
As a tool, exactly. So agriculture, tourism, can't go wrong if you, like you said, if you could come up with something that's going to bring value, you're definitely going to surely be a winner.
Yeah, the whole I think the best part of it is there's that demand for it. There's that market for it. So it's not like you're trying to create a market for it, but there's that market for it. And as I said about the ratification of the African Continental Free Trade Area, we're talking about a market of about 1.3 billion people, and with a value GDP of about 3.5 billion USD annually. So you really want to consider that, as an area you want to invest in. Yeah, it's a high growth area. Both the World Bank and then the IMF has projected Africa as the next growth area, as the emerging market. So so you really want to start paying attention to Africa, not only as a visiting destination, to reconnect with your ancestors or your root, but then as an investment destination as well.
Right. Yeah. But there's a few, like the waste management. I thought about that's something that's never going anywhere, like real estate. It's just going to keep growing and growing. And tourism, and what was the culture?
Yes.
Real estate, we all know, in any country, real estate is always going to be number one.
Yes.
Right next to agriculture.
Yeah.
And management is something I would like to do some research, and transportation.
Transportation, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you dropped a lot of jewels there, Agyeman.
Yeah.
All I need to do is just come up with, what, invest. So, anything else?
Yeah. In conclusion, I'll just keep saying it again and again. Don't be afraid to start a new thing, and always remember to take smart risks. Don't just take the risk, take smart risks. And always, just believe in God, and then sometimes you just have to act on your instincts, but the future looks brighter. There's a lot of opportunities back home, and I'm advising, I'm welcoming people to come on board and take advantage. You always need that plan B. Look for another area where you can fall on in case plan A fails. Throw
Well,
them on the
they
court.
don't have a plan B because plan A is going to work.
Go work. Very, very static mindset.
But well, I understand what you said. I agree. But you
Hmm.
really have to just stay open minded when you're
Correct.
investing because anything could happen.
Yep.
If you're not open, plan B is not going to work. So as long as you keep your mind open and willing to change things from your original plan,
Hmm.
open to maybe switch it up a little bit, but still
Hmm.
happen. You'd be all right. Hopefully.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to thank you so much. And next we're gonna have some graphics for you next time.
Yes.
And
Let's
yeah, so as you're talking, I could pull it up
enroll it. Yeah.
and see what it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
I just want to thank you so much. I mean, I learned a
You're
lot.
most welcome, Miss Martha. Anytime. I'm
And
always available. Yeah.
Ghana's on the rise, and people are really realizing, as you said, Ghana is not just a tourism place to go back to the motherland. I mean, that's a great reason, but there's more to it. It's a lot deeper than that.
That's correct. That's
And,
correct. Yeah. It comes with its own opportunities and
yeah,
also, yeah. And as I said, if you want to invest in a country in Africa because of the past history of military dictatorship and all that, you want to now look into a country which is more politically stable, has a very democratic, um, well-established democratic institutions which kind of engage the people and allow the people the free expression and also the ability to choose whoever they want, to rule the country or to govern the country. So Ghana being a beacon of African democracy, having had a very successful um, regimes, democratic regimes over the years since 1992. There's that track record. And also you talk about the potentials, the mineral resources, that well-educated, vibrant labor force, and even the government's own initiative to create that enabling environment for the private sector, individuals to grow, individuals to own their own properties, and yeah, um, promote that individual enterprise rather than just everything being run by the state. I think it's a very positive light, and it's something. It's some of the critical things you want to consider when you decide to invest in Africa or you invest in Ghana. Those are some of the key pillars that you want to look into. As I said, all the three arms of government, talking about the legislature, the judiciary, the executive, they are all independent branch, of the government, very independent, and there's no overlap, in terms of interference and all that. So you really want to look into all this kind of political structure and democratic dispensation,
uh-huh.
before you decide to invest in any country in Africa.
Yeah, learn,
Mhm.
learn, learn the structure.
Yes, and
So
then yeah, once you get all these variables, and you get acclimated with the country and the people, you can pitch yourself where you really want to invest.
yeah, exactly. Well, that was some valuable info, and for everyone who is really interested, and even if you're not able to invest, just understanding the country and where it's growing, how it's growing, and why it's growing, and just learn everything that you can about the country,
Hmm.
where your ancestors probably came from.
Correct.
So, all right, Rajima, let me know when you're ready for some more.
Absolutely,
Share
absolutely.
this video with your friends and family. Ask them to subscribe so they'll know when you're on again.
Hmm.
And we're going to keep this going.
Yeah,
I,
absolutely,
uh,
absolutely.
I talked to my daughter. She was like, monthly chats. I'm like, what you think?
Very
What
much
you think?
so. Yeah,
Huh? Monthly chats with Agyeman.
that would be nice. Very nice. I can put myself out for that.
Yeah. I mean, I watch. I'm on YouTube all the time, and I see that there are a lot of you know people relocating, just packing
Hmm.
bags and moving to Ghana, building homes, doing their thing,
Hmm.
and a lot of them are very successful. And as
Hmm.
you mentioned, also have not gone the home
Yeah,
because they didn't do their homework,
yeah,
and
they
they
did their homework. Yeah, yeah,
just went and. But most of them are doing fine. But that's anywhere you go in the world, so we're
yeah,
not at one place. But
yeah.
yeah,
Likewise, yeah, likewise. I have a lot of friends, and also I've been following people on YouTube that have relocated to Ghana, and they're making really, great impact, really
mhm,
great impact. And real estate is one of my,
right,
um,
doing real
yeah.
estate.
So I follow that a lot, and a lot of them are making inroads in Ghana, and
Yeah,
I'm very proud of them. I'm very happy for them.
yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I watched this one couple. They didn't have a clue, and they were like, "Oh, we got some real culture shock." I'm like, "How do you just pack your bags and move to a country that you have no clue about?"
Yeah, that's
And they were
that's insane.
That's insane, is right. So those kind of moves are not smart. Whether you're here in this country or anywhere in the world, I just was like, I don't even know what option is because. But yeah, I was watching a man and a wife, a husband and a wife. They said they sold everything they had.
Yeah, that's not a smart move. Yeah,
They had not ever been to Ghana before. They didn't know anybody in Ghana.
yeah. Because Miss Martha, they always say you don't test the depth of the water with both, feet.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
know
So
it
yeah.
first, see what's going on. But yeah, I mean, for
Yeah.
those people who really do their homework, it could be a great move and a great investment.
That's correct. That's
But not
correct.
only themselves, but for the country itself.
Yes. Yeah. And there's that supporting system, yeah, people that can always help you, in the transition. So you shouldn't be afraid to start, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, you have to do your homework, know really what you want and how to
yeah,
get it. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we're gonna say goodbye to Mr. Ajiman unless there's something else he wants to say.
Yeah,
But
it's been a pleasure. It's been really a pleasure.
same
And
here.
yeah, yeah.
We hope maybe we'll see you next month. Same time.
Definitely. Definitely.
Let me know and I'll post it and we'll be doing what we do. I don't know what you might want to talk about next. Surprise us. Whatever it is.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
All right, Ajima, thank you so much. And we'll see
Most
you
welcome.
hopefully next month.
All right, Miss Martha.
All
And
right.
everyone, thanks very much and happy holidays.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, everybody. We got some good info there from Mr. Agyeman Fordjour. He is the owner and founder of the Atlantic Group. So I hope you guys were taking notes. You can always go back and watch this video. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comment box. I'll be reviewing them and we can answer them. Agyeman can answer them because he could see them, or I will forward them to him and he can answer them at a later date. But either way, please like and share and subscribe to the channel. But before I leave here today, I just want to say thank you to a friend of mine that I had brunch with this morning. She sells Avon, and I just wanted to give her a little shout out for her business. I'm going to share my screen with you. Where is she? All right, hang in there. Boop, boop, boop. There she is, Miss Tasha. So if you go to her website and get yourself some Skin So Soft, she gave me a nice gift. And hey, her website is, I'm going to drop it in the comment box below. And if you want, you could just go to her website and purchase whatever you want. For everybody, have some great little gift ideas. If you want to possibly become a representative, all her information is right there. You can just go ahead on over there and sign up. Okay. Her name is Latasha Horton. Okay. So again, thank you, Latasha, for the gift. And also she gave me some lip balm. I have nobody to kiss on, but anywho, go on over there and check her out. Let me see if I can get her website here. I'm going to put it in the link below. Put it right in the comment box. So if you click on it, it should take you right to her page. Go ahead and order something from her for the holidays. They make great stocking stuffers. Yeah. Okay. So that shout out to her. Again, thank you, Agyeman. We learned a lot about stock exchange, tourism. These are places that you might want to think about if you want to invest in Ghana. Real estate. Real estate's always going to be number one, no matter where you are in the world. And agriculture, coal, minerals, gold. Did you know Africa was number one in that, in gold? And, just do your homework before you step out to invest in anything. And waste management, transportation, tourism, wildlife, and of course, historical sites. So you want to think of things that are going to bring value to whatever it is that you're going to invest in. Not just something. You have to think about it. Do your research on it. Is it going to be valuable to where you are? So these things are going to be very valuable to Ghana. Like I said, waste management, that's going to be number one. Tourism is always going to be good. Hotels, food, things of that nature. But again, do your homework. Do your homework. Take a trip, visit, feel the culture, feel the people, feel what it is that you are thinking about investing in. I'm going to get out of here. But thank you all. Don't forget to share this video, like and subscribe, and give it. The more thumbs ups I get, it will circulate. So anyway, I'm going to go. Bye now. Love you guys. Hope you had a great holiday. And I'll see you next month, hopefully. And if not,